It's certainly been a journey and adventurous at times. I certainly expected some of the symptoms, specifically hot flashes, because that's what you heard about, in movies and TV. And some of the other things that I was experiencing, though, poor sleep was a big issue. Hair loss was devastating, as well as the joint pain and the brain fog have been quite significant for me as well.
Frustrating and lack of motivation.
I think like most women, I didn't think about perimenopause or menopause until I was experiencing the symptoms. It wasn't top of mind for me. However, when I started experiencing the symptoms, definitely I spoke to my family physician, and of course I went to my mom just to ask her a few questions to see what her experience was like. For me, the physical symptoms such as hot flashes, or what I would like to call my tropical moments, sleep disturbances, as well as brain fog were typical for me. And the incidental weight gain were also something that I couldn't put my finger on. But these didn't impact my self-confidence or my self-esteem. I think they were mostly annoying. I found them very annoying as it gets in the way.
My experience during perimenopause was okay. I had little to no symptoms at all. I usually have a 28-day cycle that changed over time to 30 or more days. And then I noticed that I started missing not just days, but gradually missing months. There were also changes in my flow, where sometimes the bleeding was the usual full 4 to 5 days or 2 to 3 days. However, over time, I gained a little weight around my midsection. And this I noticed and felt from the clothing that I wear were becoming a bit more snugged.
So some symptoms that have been challenging have been the night sweats, the hot flashes, the extra hair growth, the mood changes. I think the sleep disturbances has been a big thing. It's been difficult because, you're trying to, your body's changing, your life is changing, and you're trying to maintain a certain status quo.
So the symptoms that I experience most often, the hot flashes. The way that I combat that is I have a fan everywhere, on my desk, in my purse. I'm also experiencing some joint pain, which I've started to do some yoga. The sleep disturbance, instead of being on my phone right before bed, I've started to do reading, which is something that I've kind of put aside for a long time. So it's nice to get back to reading novels for pleasure.
I would say for me, dry eyes is something that I've never had an issue with before. So I visited my optometrist, who also confirmed my dry eye symptoms. It was never discussed that this could be one of the symptoms of perimenopause or menopause. We spoke about the different factors that could cause this issue. For example, prolonged usage of computer, reading for long periods of time, and of course binge watching television. I did that by watching, Games of Thrones. So I did some research for myself and found that during perimenopause and menopause, you can experience dry eyes.
My symptoms were the typical ones: hot flashes, sleep disturbances, weight gain, and brain fog. But I'm not going to talk about these things. I'm going to talk about something that most women don't talk about: pelvic health, as well as sexual dysfunction. We know that when women are going through what we call the changes, there's a decrease in estrogen. And what that means is that there is an impact on the pelvic muscle tone as well as muscle strength. And what we see as well is vaginal dryness. And a favorite saying that I like to use is, women don't have to suffer in silence. There are options in terms of for pelvic dysfunction. I would say recommend seeing a physiotherapist that's specializing pelvic physiotherapy for therapy in terms of how to strengthen your pelvic muscle tone. And for vaginal dryness, there are options in terms of vaginal lubricants that are available to support women, and these are accessible to your local pharmacist.
Self-care. I want to emphasize how extremely important it is for you to prioritize your sleep, exercise regularly, and eat a balanced diet. Practice self-compassion. Be kind and gentle with yourself as you navigate this transition. And last but not least, focus on the positive. Celebrate your strengths, accomplishments, insights, and the wisdom that comes with age.
I would say pay attention to your body. Pay attention to the changes in your body.
I would encourage women to increase their knowledge and awareness about the subject by looking at credible resources, and one I can recommend is Menopause Canada.
You don't have to suffer in silence. You don't have to tolerate the symptoms that you're experiencing. Thankfully, there's more and more attention being paid to menopause and perimenopause. So, take the opportunity to speak with your physician, your friends. Get the tips and tricks that help them to better manage the symptoms. But also take the opportunity to, reflect. It's a time of transition, and so embrace that and look forward to how you can prioritize your own self-care as you go forward on this journey.
Transition.
Turbulent.
Transformative.
Frustrating.
Adaptable.